Beloved TV star, voice of Dory in Finding Nemo, and now book author, Ellen DeGeneres is a prominent figure in today's society. Her fun-loving and inspirational personality is what makes her so enjoyable to watch on her talk show. And even in her book, Seriously, I'm Kidding, you can get a taste of her charming individuality. And because of her sense of humor, her ability to motivate, and her inspirational stories of finding self-worth and positivity, you should read this book whenever you find yourself lacking in those areas. The first reason you should read this book is because it is a humorous and inspirational autobiography with many short stories that offer insight of Ellen DeGeneres' life to gain the reader's admiration and trust. She has a chapter in there called Pros and Cons, and it is a time when decisions had to be made in her life, and she gives an example of her own autobiography. But she does this in a kind of a humorous way, and she even gives an example of how to make a list of pros and cons. And in her list of pros and cons is pros of making a list of pros and cons of making a list of pros and cons. So it would be kind of seen as funny, but it is a subtle, helpful hint to keep you organized. And she does this through telling a story about her life when she had to make a decision about something important. And then every chapter has kind of like a humorous intro and like a humorous closing. She does this make the reader laugh and enjoy time with her, and it makes this book really kind of easy to read because when things are funny, they're more appealing to us. And she's very witty, and I can actually give you an example. She has a chapter called My Bucket List, and the first thing on her bucket list is buy more buckets. One says learn to fly and build a canoe and tell everyone I know I built a canoe. So she does find humor in things, and she really does make it easy to read, and the chapters are very relatable to life, but they're also her life. So it is an autobiography. She talks about what it was like to be the voice of Finding Nemo, and about how she hopes Finding Nemo 2 is coming out, and she gives you a little insight to her daily life and filming her talk shows. And that is the first reason why I think you should read this book, is because of her inspirational stories that offer a variety of humor. The second reason I think you should read this book is because it has a lot of stories dedicated to motivate the reader to act on their dreams. She has chapters dedicated to finding yourself and meditation, and finding hope for yourself in meditation, and relaxing, and really visualize your goals. It's actually, she does this in a funny way. One chapter, it says on the title, it says meditation, and then it has she's I'll wait till you meditate, and then it has a couple blank pages. She's okay, you meditated, and then it has the next chapter about what meditation does for you and what you should find in meditating. Then she gives you another time to meditate again, but meditate the right way. And it's actually funny when you're reading it, and then you're actually thinking, well, maybe I should take this time to meditate. And then I kept thinking about goals in my head. She also has a chapter of kind of how she became who she is today, and how she likes making people laugh, and she talks about the start for her, and how she got to where she is, and how you can start from nothing and end up with something, and you just have to dream it, and you have to want it, and you do have to be a people person, and she helps you realize your own self-worth through that. So I've just shared with you the second reason why I think you should read this book, is because she has stories in her autobiography to motivate the reader to act on their dreams. The third reason I think you should read this book is because it promotes finding self-worth and positivity in our own lives. You might not know, but Ellen DeGeneres was actually a cover girl. And it's funny because she's an older woman, and to see her on the face of CoverGirl, she even said herself, she was surprised, but all of a sudden she was wow, I'm beautiful, and she went around everywhere and pretending there were fans blowing, and it was snapshot, and she was going ha ha, and it was kind of enjoyable to read because she didn't see herself as a prominent figure for CoverGirl, but then now that she does, she wants to keep promoting self-beauty and self-worth, and say you all are beautiful, and how everyone is kind of a cover girl. She also has her thing. She was Dory in Finding Nemo, and she has these things just keep swimming, and that kind of goes with the positivity outlook, is even when things are looking grim and dark for you, you should just keep swimming and carry on. And she does talk about Finding Nemo a lot, and how she was always hoping they would make a Finding Nemo 2, and now that they have, and she says even when things are looking down or things are looking rough, you just got to keep swimming, got to keep moving on, and stay positive and stay focused on your goals. And that is the third reason I think you should read this book, is because it promotes finding self-worth and positivity in our own lives. I hope you have considered all I've had to say today about this book. Ellen is charming and a sensational life coach. This book has truly helped me find positivity, self-worth, and motivation in my life, all with a humorous twist. Everyone should read this book. It was an easy read and has made all the difference.